Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.
Hey guys, this is my fishing report for the first week of May, and just going to give you guys a little bit of info about me. You know, I've been in the fishing industry for all my life. I've been running a shop for quite a while, and I have a lot of contacts out there. So these reports I get from guides that I've been working with for 20-something years. I got friends, I got guys that come into the shop, and plus I fish quite a bit. I go out 3 or 4 times a week. So I put up 2 videos a week. On Monday I put up a regular video on the fishing I'm doing, and then on Wednesday I do one on the reports. What's going on in the general area, you know, and what guides are doing and what people are catching and what's coming through, because Sacramento has every kind of fish that swims comes by. I want to talk a little bit about what's coming up right now. There's a lot of opportunities for bank fishermen. You have shad, which is just starting to get good right now, and you could do it off the bank. The best setup to use is like a sliding, like a Carolina rig, and you want to use like a 3/4 ounce egg sinker with a 3-foot leader with either a shad dart or a pink 1-inch champagne grub. Cast it out, just reel back, but when you're doing it, cast straight out. You want to concentrate right now on the Sacramento River system, the American River maybe in June. But right now you want to be in the Sacramento, either by the mouth of the American or the Feather River. So shad is one of the ones you can go after, and stripers. Stripers right now, they're everywhere. So a lot of the friends of mine have been going out in the evening throwing jerk baits off the bank, anywhere from the mouth of the American to Walnut Grove. They bite best in the evening. So the Dual-Realis jerk bait is one of the best ones. It's a 120. And then you want to either use a bone or a pearl, Nazi pearl, and those seem to be the best color. And all you're going to do is just cast it. I would, instead of like shad fishing where you cast it straight out, I would cast it more parallel to the bank, rip it, jerk it hard, and then let it sit, count to 5, jerk it again, and you shouldn't have any trouble catching those limit stripers. Then another thing you could go after is trout, because they're still planting the mother lode lakes. Comanche, the south pond, they're planting it heavily. So you could catch trout over there pretty easy, and I would use power bait, or you can use, if you want to use lures, a little small kite tip on a little jig head, cast out on a float, or you can let it hit the bottom and reel it in. But those are some of the things that you guys could do bank fishing. So halibut in the area is probably one of the upcoming hottest things going on right now. There's Jay Lopes and Steve, and those guys are out there in the bay. Last week they did really well. They were catching fish over there on Berkeley, off the Berkeley Flats and the Alameda Rock Wall. They've been trolling, and most of the time we use a dodger, about an 8-inch dodger in front of a tray bait, because you can't get live bait yet. They'll probably open the receivers here pretty soon, but right now they're using the frozen stuff. So the best is to take the anchovies and like the green label, and they're actually curing it so it gets a little bit stiffer so it'll stay on your hook longer. And some of the guys even told me the hot tip is dyeing it green. So Jay told me that the other day he was throwing straight bait, no dodger, so you might want to keep that in mind. So you can also go out when it's calm enough. If you guys want to go ocean salmon fishing, the best place is you got to go south. So Moss Landing to Monterey, they're catching a lot of fish out there. They'll be here pretty soon, so you know, keep that in mind. There's a lot of other stuff going on. We'll get into our delta system. We were out bass fishing and we got into them really good. We were out there and it was blowing like 15 to 20 mile an hour southwest wind from the get-go. So just one of these things is I kind of have a feel, and I got out there and I decided, you know what, I want to put on a chatterbait. And one of the things I did was, a friend of mine sent me, he caught these stripers the other day and they're full of crawdads. And they were kind of greenish color with a little orange on the bottom. So I took a chatterbait with a green and a little orange on the bottom, and I put a orange Jocko Yamamoto trailer on it, and I was smoking them on that thing. You'll see some pictures that we put up, but we had a really good day. And then we even went when it died off a little bit because the fish were out in the grass. And then when the tide came up, they moved to the bank and we started flipping. And yes, brush hogs. And we caught the heck out of them on brush hogs. So the bass bite is really good. I'm up north. So you got all these fish that you could go out and catch right now. So if you guys want to do some trout fishing from a boat, berryessa, it finally happened. So the fish are jumping on the surface now. So I had a customer go up there, he was bass fishing and he ended up catching 5 nice ones. And the first thing I asked him, I said, did you see any jumping? He said, oh, they're jumping everywhere. So that's a good clue that maybe the lake has turned or the fish are up chasing the bait. So you might want to go to berryessa if you want to catch some trout. So the thing is like last Monday, if you guys want to know how I stack and set up my downriggers, last Monday I put up a video showing how I did it. You know, I was up at Lake Comanche, caught a lot of nice trout, and I showed you how to stack and stuff. So another fish that's coming up in the same family is your kokanee. It's right around the corner. I was out the other day and we were up at Boulder's Barr, and we probably hooked way over 50 fish. It was an awesome day. We had a lot of fish we caught. I'll be doing a segment on kokanee, and I think it's going to take me 3 or 4 segments to do it the proper way, because there's so much to kokanee fishing, because you have to have a downrigger, but there's so much in the setback, how far your lure is behind your dodger, you know, your line, what you're using, and there's just tons and tons and tons of little tricks that I'm going to be able to show you. So don't miss those videos coming up here real shortly. Okay, the striper scene. If you guys want to go out in your boat and chase stripers, you could just go do it the old-fashioned way. You could go get some sardines, go over in the river, anywhere around the Garcia Bend area, and I'm pretty sure you can anchor up probably in that 10 to 15 feet of water and actually do pretty good and catch some stripers from a boat. Where I've been going up north in the shallow flats, a lot of them fish already took off. So I think most of the fish are heading up into the river system now. But I'm not saying they're not there. You could go there one day and there might be a bunch of them in there. If you want to shad fish from a boat, Freeport. I mean, I was over there the other day, there's probably 15 boats there and they're catching shad. You anchor up, you take I use a light rod and then I use a drop shot system. So I put the weight on the bottom and then I go up about a foot, 6-inch leader to a little grub, and then I go up another foot and put another one and then just cast it out behind the boat. And you're probably going to use anywhere from 1 ounce to 2 ounces of weight. Just drop it on the bottom. When you find what depth they're in, they're pretty simple to catch. So that's available. You can catch a lot of shad. My brother was up in American. They're not quite there yet. You know, he's been getting 5 to 8 every trip. I think the guys in the Sacramento River are catching way over 20. So my tackle tip for this week is a chatterbait. So what I did when we went out the other day, just something that these friends of mine showed me, that he caught this striper and it had all these crawdads in it. He's just showing me, hey, Alan, there are 8 crawdads in this striper. But when I looked at them, I'm looking at the color. So I realized that they're not bright red. They're kind of army green looking with a little light orange strip on them. Every crawdad looked the same. So this morning I put that color of chatterbait on and I kicked butt. So that's my tackle tip, just matching the bait. Yeah, nice 4-pound fish caught on chatterbait. So turn her loose. What do you? Okay, so if you guys want to know a little bit about how I do this chatterbait thing, then leave a comment and then I'll do it. If you comment and I see a lot of comments on there, a subject, then I'll do it. because there's not very often do I open a package and put the lure on my line. There's a lot of things I do to it. So just put a comment and then I'll help you out. Hey, I really appreciate you guys watching my channel and hitting that subscribe button, because it really helps me out a lot down the road. So I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I hope you're watching and like my videos.
Fishing is fun, but hooking is the only way. We're gonna show you how to catch some fish today.